Wild 1. And I thought for this video I'd do something a little different. Rather than doing an unboxing or a playthrough, I thought I would show one of my many storage solutions for different games. How I go about arranging and storing games kind of differs from game to game. It depends on, the components and cards and whether I can fit Plano boxes in the box and things like that. So I want to talk about Mage Knight, and I have the base game, Lost Legion, and the Krang expansion all in here. I do not have Tesla. I refuse to buy Tesla until they come out with corrected components. I'm just a little stubborn that way, but I thought I'd show what all is in this box and how I've arranged it. If you're familiar with Mage Knight, it is an awesome game. And it's a great solo experience. You can play mainly solo conquest without any adjustments, but there are plenty of online custom solo scenarios that you can play. So what I have in here is all the rule books. So this includes, here's the Krang rule book here. That is the book. It is one sheet of paper. I've got Lost Legion, which mainly is kind of important for really you can just kind of sum up Lost Legion right here. This is all the stuff in the quick reference on the back, all the different tokens. But it's the expansion that includes Volcare and some new scenarios that are basically Volcare centric. Then the rulebook and the game walkthrough are in here. So that's that part. The fame and reputation board. What I did was I tried to balance out and create something of a flat-ish surface for it to sit on here, whether I store it this way or this way. So here are all of the mana dice. I used to keep these in a Plano box, but as you'll see here shortly, when I got the Krang expansion, I took these out of the Plano box and put the Krang stuff in there. So there are 8 dice here. So that is a 5-player game. Is the number of players plus 2, so that's 7, and then there's an 8th die because sometimes you have to roll a mana die to determine a reward for something. And then here's the day night board. This is Volcare. The Volcare tile. Then all of the countryside and core tiles plus the starting tile are all right here. These include all the Lost Legion tiles. There were quite a few. So like there's all the core tiles. Here's all the countryside tiles. Now you can kind of see the meat of what's in here. I've got my characters. Bring this forward a little bit more so you can kind of see down in there. I've got my characters in here. So I've got, here is Krang. He's obviously the biggest of the bunch. But then there's Goldix here, and Arithia, or Arithia, however you want to say. Here's Tovak. This is Wolfhawk, who came in the Lost Legion expansion, was the 5th Mage Knight. And then Norwas. So a total of 6 heroes to choose from. There's one in Shades of Tesla. I can't remember the name of the Mage Knight. And I apologize if I ever say hero when I refer to the Mage Knights, because they are not in that sense, they're not in a technical sense heroes. Since really everything they do weighs on fame and reputation, so they can become famous or infamous, as it were. Let's get Krang back in here. Krang can kind of sit facing up there a little bit. They don't necessarily have to be lying down because I've got plenty of space here. Wolfhawk on top of Arithia, it doesn't really matter how they're all sitting in there. here is Volcaire. So he is just like a city piece. All 4 cities are down in here. So I've got all the green, the white, the red and blue cities are down there. And then Volcaire is just kind of sitting down there on top of them. Alright, so the Plano box. So the Plano box has in it all of the different, so we've got the markers, the skill tokens, mana tokens / crystals all jammed over here. You might notice here you can't see the gold and black ones because you'll see shortly they're somewhere else because I could just barely not fit them in there. And then the level command tokens are over here for all 6 of the Mage Knights. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 of them are in here. And then these are the ruins. So the ruin tokens are right there. It's a really simple Plano box. You can go to Home Depot and get one of these. This is the only part from the original insert, except maybe, no, actually I got this piece of foam from somewhere else. I think I got it from Legendary Encounters. But this is the only part of the original Mage Knight insert that I still keep for storing all of the different tokens. And it holds all the base and Lost Legion tokens. And so I was talking about the gold and black crystals, or the gold and black mana tokens. They're hiding over here in this because I could not fit them in the Plano box. And you've got your rampaging orcs, you've got, these are the turn order tokens are in here. I slipped the 6 of them in here because I couldn't fit them in the Plano box anymore. There's a keep, mage tower, the dungeon tokens, your Draconum, your city tokens, all in here. Everything except the ruins, which you saw earlier in the Plano box. And this fits neatly back in here. Let's put this back in here, the Plano box. That will help sort of hold the cities in place and Volcaire there. Now the rest. These are all Ultra Pro. You can see Ultra Pro deck boxes. I love to sleeve cards to protect them, so I've sleeved most, but not quite all of the Mage Knight cards. So I've definitely sleeved all of the Mage Knight cards that can go into your draw deck. These are all, the wounds are in here. I usually leave them in the box. It's easy to just grab a wound card out. Here are the Day-Night Tactic cards. I have not sleeved these, and I haven't felt like I had a need to sleeve them yet, but someday maybe. You never know. There's so few of them, and they're rarely handled, so it's not too big of a deal. And as you saw, they have red backs. All of these have red backs. So here are the advanced actions, and the spells are all kind of jammed in here. And of course these include all advanced actions and all spells for both base game and Lost Legion. This third one over here has, again, here are some unsleeved cards in here, but here are my silver and gold units, the regular and elite units. Let's try and pull these out of the front here first. Let me show these two anyway. So here are all the other cards I left unsleeved, so the little quick reference cards for all the different types of tiles and whatnot, and then there's some of the Lost Legion stuff that was introduced, like the Labyrinth and the Refugee Camp in the Deep Mines. Some of these have double backs, of course. And then walls. The cooperative skills that go with the base game Mage Knights. The if you have Mage Knight and you're aware of the Lost Legion expansion and what they changed, all for every one of the Mage Knights in the core game, they I think they fixed at least one of each of their cards, and then they added another unique card to swap out a generic card. So every Mage Knight has 2 unique cards instead of just one. And then here's the Volkir's Camp card, and the rest of these are the city cards. So then I didn't find, and I'm probably going to go searching again, but I did not find Ultra Pro sleeves that were silver backed. And so I used these light blue ones, but I did find sleeves with gold backs, very shimmery gold backs. I love these. I love the feel of them too. They're very. This is a kind of a glossy finish. This has no texture to it like the regular sleeves have. So yeah, for the elite units, I was able to locate gold backs. So happy that I was able to somebody had produced those. But like I said, I'm going to go back online and see if I can find silver-backed ones. You'd think if they got the golds, they've got the silvers. And then let's look at the artifacts. So this, like I was saying, that there's this piece of foam in here. This came out of one of my Legendary Encounters games. I think the Alien set. And I just used it in there to kind of provide a little padding between what's in here and what's hiding over here, which are the artifacts. So when I got Krang, I had to do some rearranging to make space, and I ended up having to sacrifice keeping the artifacts in a box. So the artifacts are just in one of these. I got one of these from another game. It's probably like Imperial Assault or something. They usually provide you with cards in a... actually, these came from the Ultra Pro sleeves. The sleeves come in these little packages. And so it's got a little bit of an adhesive backing here so you can close this thing off. And of course all the artifacts in here, including the Lost Legion artifacts. Red backed, of course. These are really easy to seal off, and then I just kind of slip them in here like so. And finally, the big box for all of the 6 Mage Knights are in here. So there's Goldix, and I can't remember the order that they're in here. Goldix, there's Arithia. I've got Krang way in the back here, bringing up the rear. See if I can get Krang out. There's Krang, and I keep the quick reference sheets for the quick reference cards for their skill tokens in here. Krang's got 2, and I think it's because one of them has all but the regular skills plus the PvP one, and then the other one has all the skills plus the cooperative one, which is kind of weird. They ended up like wasting a whole extra card. But yeah, all 6 of the Mage Knights are in here. So that's it. That's my storage solution that I have for Mage Knight, including Lost Legion and Krang. I was really happy that when I got Krang, I was able to squeeze him in here with just enough space left in everything that I had from Lost Legion in the base game. This goes on top, and that goes there. And then, like I was saying, I have to fold the dice over and stick them right here. Then I can put this guy on top like that. He's lying flat. Rulebooks slide nicely in there. Lost Legion. Krang. There you go. Now there's a little bit, it is a tight fit, so there's a little bit of a bulge in the top, but it's alright. It holds well. Everything fits very, very snug, but it all fits in there. I'd be interested in hearing if anybody else has a Mage Knight and has their own storage solution. I'd love to see it. I'm always open to better ideas, better solutions. I had thought of doing a playthrough of this, but really, there's no way I'm going to be able to top the playthroughs that are already out there. Ricky Royal did a whole series of them. He did one for the First Reconnaissance, he did one for the Solo Conquest, and then he did one for Volkaire's Quest in Lost Legion, and then he did sort of a brief one on just Krang and showing what Krang could do, what Krang brought to the game anyway. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share it, and you can click the little subscribe button below this video to subscribe to my channel. And click the little bell if you want to receive notifications when I post new videos. So until next time, this is Wild One signing off.